everyone, welcome to Falcon Budgets. My name is Lily. I'm a 24-year-old zero-based budgeter and cash stuffer. Today we are stuffing $684 into my bills, sinking funds, and savings challenges. Today's video is kind of a transitional period for me. If you watched my videos last week, you saw me set up a whole new system for 2026. Long story short, the envelope sizing was a little off. They're too short. They're like almost the same as these are. So I need to make them taller. So I'm going to switch it up a bit, hopefully this week, maybe next. We'll see how fast I can get this all made. So we're going to get started with my bills binder. So I have two bills binders now. I credited Aya Plans in my last couple of videos because she is the one that kind of gave me this idea of doing two bills binders separate. So credit to her. Then off camera, I am looking at my cash planning thing here where I designated all the amounts. I didn't do denominations because I did this after I got the cash out. So I already knew what denominations I had to work with. So we're gonna start, let's get back to, that is my husband's credit card, and that's gonna get $41. So 41, and that is fully funded then. So also, if you saw my last cash stuffing video last week, you heard me talk about the cash tray I'm using. It's fairly wobbly, I want it fixed, so we're gonna work on that, my husband and I. But in the meantime, I'm sorry if it moves a lot, because it probably will. Next up is my Discover, so we're gonna do 67, so 20, 40, 60, 65, and then 2 ones is 67, and that is now also fully funded. Next up is my second mortgage, and that will be getting $156. So 100, 50, 55, and $56. That's not fully funded, but it's a third of it, I believe. My Bass Pro card is gonna get $40. And then car insurance is going to get $100 this week. I'm trying to work up to and try to start doing where I put the same amounts in each of these envelopes every single week, like you would see with most cash stuffers. I'm not there yet. I'm not a month ahead. I need to pay the bills as they come. So I'm working on that. That's one of my biggest goals right now. And then the next biggest is to open up my shop called Falcon Budgets, which if you've been here, you already know. So that is all for my bills binder. Up next, we're going into my personal binder. So I have used the cards that I had previously for my allowance. So now I do cash again. So now we'll see a bit more stuffing in my personal binder. So I get 120, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 120. And I messed up a little bit, so we're gonna backtrack in a second. So that is all in my personal binder. Going back to my bills binder, I forgot, way back here. I'm still paying back my mother, so I'm gonna add, I took this down from what I was doing, because essentially those gift cards that I had gotten were my allowance, and my allowance was going to my mom. So I took hers back quite a bit. We are still paying her, but we're only doing 20 this week. I want to see how well we can do with what we have. So we have 100, 200, 350, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80. So $380 in my mom's envelope. I haven't seen her in a hot minute, so I was hoping to see her over the holiday week, which reminds me, I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. Mine was full of work, but I didn't see her, so I couldn't give her any of her money. So it's just building up in here. It's quite a bit, actually. So when I see her, she will get that money from us. So that's actually all that's going in here. Next up is my husband's personal binder. So they're still very new binders, so I'm trying to get them to lay more flat. So excuse me if I just play with it for a minute. In his allowance, he gets $60, so 20, 40, and 60 in his allowance. And then for plowing, we are doing $5. So we'll do 5. I'm only doing 5 because the people that are paying him to plow are giving me money through Venmo. So we're just gonna use that for like the salt and that kind of thing. And then I just wanna put a little bit in here for if we need more than what we were paid. Because he is doing ours, obviously, and one other one that isn't paying. And then another one he's going to pay him, but they're out of town right now. So he's not actively getting that money yet. So that'll be later in January, he said. So we're waiting on that. But for now, I wanna make sure we have enough to do salt or whatever else he might need for that, gas type things. So that is it for my husband's binder. Up next is our mutual sinking funds. These are my short-term sinking funds. So I'm stuffing one envelope in here, which is going to be the vehicle maintenance. So that's house and this is vehicle maintenance. And we are doing 65. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 65. In vehicle maintenance. And that is all for our short-term sinking funds. All right, last up is my savings challenge binder. If you were here last week, this binder is entirely made for my emergency fund. I want to use this money for that emergency fund. So in here, we are stuffing 2 of them today. This is the first one for my annual challenge I made. So we are doing $5, so I'm just going to put an X here. And then obviously I did the denominations wrong, but it's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and $5. And then I'm gonna put it in the envelope that is in front of that challenge. Okay, so next up is my flash challenge. So we are doing 1 bubble in here, and it will be a $5 bubble. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $5 for the flash challenge. And guys, if you want to, give me some ideas of other like characters or other themes I can use for savings challenges that I might like. Because this is the only one I really made other than like the annual, and then I did an alphabet challenge. Each letter is $5. I don't have enough this week, obviously, to stuff that one, but that one I'm not too worried about. So get that in here. This is what I mean, like they're really hard to get anything into. Okay, so that is it for my savings challenge binder. Now that is bringing us to the end of the video. If you did make it this far, I really appreciate it. Please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I want to know, what is your favorite TV show character, or just the TV show is fine too. Mine is The Flash. I already said that, so I guess I'll do my second best because I said that last week, so I wanted to say something new this week. So my next favorite show would probably be Lucifer, Netflix. One of my favorites, and I'm thinking I might do one in here for that, like a savings challenge to make it fun. I've never really cared about savings challenges, so I wanted like use things that I love to do them. So Flash, and now I'm gonna create a Lucifer one. We'll see how that goes. I'm not a great designer, but I'm working on it. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to follow me along on my journey to get 6 months ahead, as well as getting to open my business back up and see what products we end up launching. So I was really excited to film today, very excited to be back in here. So I will see you guys next week for that video. Bye.